Okay. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
No, I didn't get up to the cemetery. All right, this is our. All right. This is our second selectman meeting in a week. So, if it seems like we're doing a relatively abbreviated board of selectmen meeting, that's why. The intent was to have the meeting last week because of the span between meetings. This week, I figured let's just do a quick board of selectmen meeting, get any business out of the way, with the intent of focusing on the budget right after the Board of Selectmen business is done. No scheduled speakers. We have one set of minutes to approve from November 27th. And we got some non-public meetings that I reviewed. So, have you guys had a chance to review the minutes?
Make a motion, we accept the November 27th meeting minutes as presented.
Second.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And we get the non-public meeting minutes that we'll pass back to Laurie. And we agreed to seal those for a year?
Yep, and I'll make a motion that we accept the non-public meeting minutes from the 27th.
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Aye. All right, any public comments? Good, Dan?
Yes, I had been missing some of the Board of Selectmen meetings and had an opportunity to look at the videos. And I noted that Rich had pointed out I had made a suggestion at one point about the bulletin board, the back side of the bulletin board, now that the trees are gone.
Yeah.
And so, evidently, I didn't make my point about what I thought for suggestions on that. And so I'd like to just clarify what my thoughts were on that. Just to, my thinking is, when I drive away from my house, I always see the back of that now, and it's kind of ugly.
Sure.
Well, it's plain.
Yeah,
And my suggestion would be that at a minimum, we box it in and paint it white, so that it doesn't stand out as if it's some unfinished business. But on that white space, then perhaps we could put some kind of message like, welcome to Brookfield. Or maybe, we live here, slow down. But no, welcome to Brookfield, I think
something
would
along
be
those lines.
appropriate. And maybe put the seal in the middle, or, that's a little ornate, but just some kind of friendly, upbeat message other than the backside of a bulletin board.
Okay. But yeah, the first step would be to box it and get some white paint on it. That'd be the first big step, and then figure out what we're going to put on there. All right. Something we can consider in the spring, maybe put on the bolt on a chalkboard thing there. No? How's that? Add it to the list.
I was, since it came up in conversation, I think I talked with Rich about this last week. We were talking about access to the kiosk and the snow being a problem, getting to it to post things.
Okay.
I was questioning if it was possible that we could maybe eliminate that kiosk and have something attached directly to the outside of this building, something that we could access easier. Eliminate something to maintain. It would be ideal if it could be under the overhang, but I don't know if there's enough space for that.
Well, first thing, me, Hayden, gonna start shoveling that. You know,
Okay.
we're out of practice, I guess. So
Okay.
can't do, but we need to practice making a path to it.
Okay.
So anyone can get to it, most including you. We'd have to eyeball out there and see what could fit. And I like the idea.
Take a look. We'd have to put two small ones up right beside the lights between the shutters, but you gotta take a look. Take a look. And that kiosk could be redeployed to the town land to find, make it permanent, so we can throw it away.
Oh, you mean
Right.
not make that the?
No, build two little ones.
make that the kiosk for the town land. Okay.
Take a look at what
Food
you
for
think
thought.
fits on the front. I think there's room for two little ones.
I think so too.
And as long as they're practicing shoveling, the generator, we had a generator issue this past Wednesday.
Yep.
And Dame had to get out to it. It wasn't, the snow wasn't deep. but
That's why I haven't been wasting time doing
Just
it,
make
but
sure it's on.
once it starts to get that snow back, we're gonna start doing it, but, past couple of summers, we probably just should have started, get the path going, but it just didn't seem like it was worthy.
The generator never shut off after those power outages.
He was able to resolve it.
He recycled the transfer switch and it cleared, so there was no problem to troubleshoot. So we'll have to listen for it.
How long did it take him to get here?
Oh, he was here promptly. He was here within an hour.
It's
I texted him and said we have his running, and he'll be there within an hour.
nice to have him local with that, good. Okay. Treasurer, do you have anything to go over, or do you want to just wait the budget and talk there, or?
So I have a few bills, and I have payroll and budget.
Okay.
So pretty much just standard stuff.
Tax collector, we just gave a check over to her. Admin assistant,
I don't really have anything tonight.
and those Pike Brook letters, did those go out, or that's that
Not
this
yet.
week?
I'm
Okay.
gonna get them.
Now, how do you do, are you gonna just individually label envelopes and just make a generic letter, dear sir, or
Oh, yeah,
madam?
that's my intent.
Good. I didn't want you to waste too much time on that, I just,
I've got it ready for printing.
okay, perfect. I
And I'll
just,
just send it tomorrow.
again, that was just Pike Brook never got paved this year, and we made it very clear to them that we were paving this year, but due to the paving not getting done, I just drafted a kind of a simple letter explaining it didn't get done, we apologize, gave them a little bit of the reasons why, and that it's gonna be a priority project next year, and I think as Rick was saying, we're gonna try to get bids, quotes in the spring, not wait till this late summer, and get that done first thing. Planning board,
The last scheduled special planning board meeting was canceled due to lack of quorum. And I believe the next one would be December 20th if that has not been changed or another one's been added.
okey-dokey. Eddie's not here. Conservation,
The meeting for tomorrow night's been canceled, and they did a walkthrough with Tim Nolan, the Conservation Commission, and the biologist. They walked the town land. They're in the process of wrapping up the report to the town, which we're supposed to have by the end of the year.
conservation,
Canceled.
I'm sorry, I mean heritage, I'm sorry. I didn't scratch.
No meeting for the Heritage Commission in December, again next in January, and it's on the website.
Okey-dokey. Cemetery trustees,
No meeting scheduled.
other boards and committees, I mean, we, anything scheduled. Again, I wanted to not get too deep into new business, old business, but I don't know if there's anything pressing, old business or new business that we need to get on right now.
Not tonight.
But nothing urgent, right? Or,
Nothing urgent.
okay. If there is, we can always tackle it.
What are you gonna do with the mail, your email you got?
How about the tree? You want to, because we've got the ongoing issue down on Bryce Drive, where we have a set of trees, mostly pine trees, within the right-of-way that we had originally contracted with Urban to cut down for us. We had to postpone that because we needed to at least give notice letters to the abutters. That's being rescheduled. Eddie was supposed to get back to us on that, so next time I speak with him. Peter Donnelly's was the primary abutter to the trees. He requested before any trees are removed to allow a survey. He's paid for by, I think, White Mountain to be conducted first. I requested from him what the date is of that survey. I have not heard back as of yet. And so the question is amongst us, do we want to just go ahead and wait for that survey to be done, or say within 30 days, or how do you want to handle it?
The last communication we had from his lawyer said that the work would be done in November.
Mhm.
I'd like to hear what their surveyor has to say, but I don't think we should wait 6 months.
No, I don't want to be waiting until the spring, you know, but if the survey's completed, I think it's worth looking at,
Absolutely.
you know. and then-
Absolutely, we've been asking for that, because if we agree, that's excellent. If we disagree, we have something to talk to.
Yeah. So I've asked them for an estimated completion date. And once I get that back, I will email you both, and we can then talk about it at the next select meeting.
Good.
Okay.
He's having the same survey that the town used to run that line?
No,
No, we use the land tech?
we use Land Tech. He's using White Mountain.
Oh, okay, I thought they were one and the same, sorry.
Or was it Mark Stengel that used White Mountain as well?
Mark Stengel used someone else.
Right, he did.
I don't remember.
We've
that.
used White Mountain, but not for that
Okay,
project.
so maybe that's where.
That's right.
Okay, so again, no other pressing matters that we need to talk about right now? Okay. No non-public issues? We get bills? You want to pass
Yes,
over to?
I have a few bills.
You want to read them out, or you want to
Sure.
pass them to Rich?
No, I can read them. So the school district, for the month of December is $74,764, which is what it's been for the last 3 months. Usually by this time I have the new schedule for, they adjust the payments and do whatever, and I don't have that yet, but that's what they sent out as the preliminary. I had to order a batch of checks, so that's $159.18 to Freedom Printers. Consolidated Communications for the phone line is $42.16, which would be the internet, I apologize. And then $86.85 would be the telephone to Consolidated Communication. And the last bill I have is the annual transfer of funds from the town to the trust accounts, and this year it's $136,000 in the trust accounts, and then from them we will get $345.
All right, make a motion to accept the bills as read on the record by Marilou.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, mail, Christmas card from who's this? Horizons Engineering. You want to keep them in mind. Consolidated gave us a legal entity name change, so Consolidated Communications, blah, blah, blah. They're going to be changed. So your long distance provider, Enhanced Communications of Northern New England, will be appearing on your Fairpoint long distance bill. Okay. That's excellent. Carroll County sent us their MS 46, a copy of it, signed by the commissioners. I'm sure it's online, but it'll leave a copy there if anyone wants to take a look at it after. But MS 46 is the proposed budget and estimated revenues for the county, so that's what an MS 46 is, and since we're in the county, they share it with us as a disclosure. No other mail. We did get a big package from Holden Engineering with the plans for the Moose Mountain Bridge. Those have been given to the road agent to take a look.
Might own the final payment. I didn't see an invoice in there. I know. You wanna pull it back?
No.
So I took that home last week to look at Marilou's worksheet,
Mhm.
and what she's done, she's got just a second set of eyes. Every dollar, one article. Here's the disposition of it. And then down here, we authorized to pull out, but we never pulled it out.
But we didn't, so.
So that doesn't impact the bottom line.
Yeah, so those are. All right, excellent. That's what it is.
That's it.
And passes on back.
Budget.
You want to sign checks, get those out of the way, just so they're done?
There's a clump.
So we can do that.
Oh, yes, we'd like to set a meeting with you, sir. Maybe sometime next week for the joint loss management.
You want to do like a first meeting of,
No,
more, what kind of meeting do you want to do?
we need to do a meeting to review the current joint loss policy manual, is it? Because it has to be submitted to the state before the end of the year.
Okay.
The joint loss management procedure manual. Laurie's printed it out for me, so I will review it and, but we need to meet, if the three of us could meet maybe next week, one evening, and then,
It's you, me, Laurie,
Yep.
and no one else, right?
I think that's it.
All right,
So what?
I will email you both
Good.
tomorrow, so then we can all check our calendars, which is best for us.
Okay,
Figure what, a half hour probably.
yeah. Just, I'm gonna try and take it from a PDF back to Word.
It was joint loss committee, right? Is that what it
And
was?
see, yep, and see if I can work with it for a minute.
I'll check the computer too and see if I have a version on there that I can send you.
Holy mackerel. I thought I saw one.
The cleaning woman,
Yep,
We do a bonus, right?
yeah,
Yes.
we never, instead of giving her a raise, we said we'd give her a bonus if the work was acceptable for the year. I don't think we've done that this
we
year.
haven't done that this year, no, I was going
And what was the bonus amount?
It's $500.
Three,
Oh, so yeah, it's not five, it's on,
three, we usually gave her like
We
150 in
split
July
it.
and 150 in December. We didn't give her July.
You sure it's 150?
It was,
Yeah,
yeah, she's been paid everything but
What was it?
300.
Okay.
all right.
She's doing a fine job for you.
Yeah, yeah, so you want to just do the full 300 bonus?
I would. I make a motion, we do that.
Okay, I can do it.
Because we did that little raise.
Second.
All right, all in favor? Aye. All right,
I'll include it with the checks.
Thank you. I'm sure. Check that.
All right, mail, bills, checks, none, so. Move on to budget. Sound good?
Last week's changes are in here now.
What's that?
Last week's work is in here now.
Yeah, should be.
Yes, so everything through through November 30th is in here. The cash numbers are, I'm not done with the cash, I have some questions on a couple things. So it's not final, so I'm not gonna post it to the website until I've cleaned everything up. But this will at least give us an idea, all the expenses are certainly in and accounted for. So we had started, so why don't we continue on and then at some point we'll deal with salaries, possibly go into non-public? Okay. So, where are we? I did get so starting at the top executive, that we need to work on a salary in there, and then I did get a budget from the town clerk. So this is what she submitted. She's a little lower because she doesn't have to now submit as much information to the state and have state forms and stuff evidently. So that's why her budget went down a little. Supervisors of the checklist I received from Rose. I received the elections from Dr. Marsh, but I think he may be a little low on, so Rose, the election for the town officials, is that an all-day,
Have to.
half-day? So maybe he's okay then.
Yeah, I think it's fine because the half day is pretty.
Okay. And then I filled in my budget, expenses, and then software. So software went up because this is the year I need to buy a new version of QuickBooks. And then the dues and workshops, I increased $100 because I feel I need to go back. I haven't been in a number of years to the budget workshop that the municipal association does, and I think that would be helpful. I have no budget from the tax collector, and so I'm not sure what to do on that one.
Can we get a post office box? Did you have time? Get a
No.
box?
No. But I will in the next, I will certainly before the end of the week.
Because
get
she
the
wants
number.
to, she wants to order
Yep,
envelopes.
I assume so.
Yeah.
So, shall we leave it for now?
Yeah, we'll leave for now, and worst case, we can
Fill it
just
in?
use last year's numbers, which I'm doing
Well,
pretty.
we'll probably have to go up a little because if she's ordering envelopes, that'll put up, those are expensive because you're ordering. But I can look back a couple of years and see what it was the last time she ordered. And is she ordering one for the town or just for herself? I can't remember. I can check with her.
I thought it was just herself.
I
Okay.
thought she
We still
said.
have a fair amount
Do we?
of town loans left.
Okay. So the assessor clerk submitted that budget. And it looks like it'll be fine. Oh, I didn't pay the assessing to Avatar. So, okay, that's why it's not in there. Trustees of the trust fund, they haven't submitted anything. I would probably just suggest we fill in the numbers that they have.
I was just gonna say that, it's just small numbers, and they don't usually use it, so.
Right. So, audits, we know we have 500, but we probably should put in at least probably 2,500, probably 3,000 with that for next year.
We only spent 1,000 this year.
That's awesome.
500 of it is
Local?
local, 400 and something is the other, but we will owe more. I just haven't gotten an accurate bill yet.
Do 2,500?
Including local local auditing?
Because if it's local for 5, it gives 2,000 for,
So that's what I was thinking, it was 2,500, 2,000 for the
Yeah.
auditor and 500 for local.
I'm good with that.
Okay. Expenses, we had $1 in there. Want to stick with $1?
Here's it.
Yeah, just leave it at $1, I guess. What expenses would auditing have? I mean, do we need it there?
I'm not sure we do, because we don't mail reports or do anything like that anymore to the state. It's all submitted through the portal.
Oh, yeah.
I can leave it at 0.
Drop the line, just pull the line out, right?
Well, I need to leave it in so this year balances,
Okay. Right,
and then
right, right,
remove
right.
it next year.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Okay. It's only $1, but you know, somebody will look at it. So, legal expenses, we did, the property reevaluation. Personnel administration, the employer portion of the payroll taxes I left the same, because we still have another month to pay, and I haven't posted the November payroll tax employer portion yet.
And is that comp number good, or is that just carried over? You just,
Workers' comp, no, they gave me, I went to the website and was able to pull down the
so it's
numbers.
the same as last
Yeah,
year? Okay,
and the other one dropped for the regular insurance, we'll get to it.
cool.
So the planning board, I don't have anything yet. But the ZBA gave us theirs. Then we get down to the government buildings. So, I wanted to let you know I did a spreadsheet on fuel. This year we've purchased the 2,000 gallons, but I'm thinking we'll probably get another delivery in December. So, if we were to purchase the 2,100 gallons, which is about what we've done so far without a December delivery, it would be about $3,300. So we have 7,000 in there, so I think we'll be fine. That includes the electricity. So I should go back and look at the electricity, but we're okay this year, so we,
And the electricity is about 2,000 a year.
yep. Yeah, so we should be fine.
135 a month.
Yep,
Yeah, roughly, so.
goes up in winter.
Yep.
Okay, so that may be okay. So then the only two left in this category are, if we've decided, and probably not yet, the big stuff we might be doing.
Well, we got the building maintenance.
What is in there?
Well, right now we have 0, we spent 780. What was the 780 attributable to, water heater?
Let me,
We did the ramp, the water
yeah,
heater, the roof.
ramp, yep.
I don't know.
No, building
Let me
maintenance.
look.
Not
Let me look.
repairs.
Building maintenance.
I was going to the easy one first, kind of the low hanging.
Oh, it was like repair of the schoolhouse monitor heater. And that was over. I put the rug cleaning
Yeah.
that you did, the water test. Oh, and then the monitoring by American Security. That's what's in there.
I should leave it 2,000. You never know when something's gonna go, we're gonna need to fix it.
I agree.
Do we want to go back to repairs to building?
That 4258 over the 10,000, is that the rent?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear Rick.
So it was the roof, this year it was the roof, and it was the handicapped ramp. Let me look, but at the end of the year, I'll be doing a journal entry to take out 8,000 of the roof, because we had said we were gonna spend it last year. So when it goes to the accrual side of accounting, I accounted for that expense last year, and so that piece, that 8,000 will go away.
Oh, okay.
So we're not really over, I guess is what I'm saying.
And the water heater's in there too, probably, right?
Should be.
Right.
We had generator issues, handicapped ramp, where have it gone?
So what are we doing this year? Some of the issues that I see in front of us, our sign out front is going. It is-
The old, like, yeah.
That sign is pretty well rotten. I haven't, I don't know what it's gonna cost, but a number, it's about $1,000, I bet they've been built and installed. What else do we see coming at us?
I know it's been an item in the past, I'm still of the opinion we could probably get another few years out of it, was the carpeting.
Oh, yeah.
I think we should paint before we carpet.
Oh, yeah, right, smart move.
Inside paint?
Yeah.
Does it need to get painted, is my question. Yeah, like,
No.
to me, it looks pretty good still.
The knots are coming through, that's all.
Yeah, it looks, it's
Cool.
charm, it's old world charm.
Okay.
What? I don't see any.
It's the bad lighting, or not.
I'll have to point them out to you.
I can find them, I don't think they look like it.
You could take a permanent marker.
I was thinking, yeah, put a big X on it. Okay, I mean, it's still okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to, it's,
Should we put money in for kiosks, if we're gonna move that?
For what?
If we're gonna move to the front, move that kiosk to the front and build new ones.
Well, we gotta decide if that's what we're gonna do first.
No, but if we decide to do it, we better have money.
Right.
I can't imagine those would cost a heck of a lot, right?
You know, I mean, we're not talking big dollars. We're not talking big dollars anymore.
We got room in the front.
If we move them, someone's gonna build them. I mean, last year we had 10,000.
Yeah.
What if they close in the sides of that entryway? That help with the social? Too much?
It's gonna cost more than 2,000.
All right.
But I guess what I'm saying, I'm struggling to put some money in there, so.
Yeah, I'm just looking at some, like, I'm trying to think of projects that we need.
So Virginia did tell me her carpet is worn through because she goes back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So she would like, if we're not doing new carpeting, she'd like a plastic
She's got it.
chair,
Roller thing.
yeah, thing.
That's $40.
I know.
So why don't we put, push on if you don't like it, just $5,000 and say, in case something comes up.
Is that in building maintenance?
Yes.
Okay.
That's this building or buildings?
Buildings, two of them.
Anything to do with the salt shed or anything? I don't think so.
What about a garage door? Nathan says we need a new garage door. Is that sliding?
Yes.
Guess what?
Yes, he's been bringing that up, and it is in rough shape. We've repaired it twice now.
It's falling off the track.
Yeah.
And that was big bucks.
Yeah, I think we heard a guess of 10 grand, right?
Oh, I didn't hear a number like that.
I thought that's what I heard.
Okay, let's get a number from Eddie. And see if we want to do it. He's tried to repair it a few times. It keeps coming off the track.
Is it the one on this building here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
And that was a big one, so that's the,
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's get a, guess we get an estimate on that.
He has one, so we'll just use for a planning number.
Okay.
Get us close.
Where's the estimate from?
I don't know.
Something that big, it's not like, that's, you need someone who knows what they're doing with those. Those installers are.
I was gonna say, I'd like to see the estimate.
Yeah, before we do anything, so let's just kind of, can you put an asterisk there or
Mhm.
leave it blank?
It could be a repair by a pro, I mean, I haven't even looked at the garage door.
Oh, it's rotting, we patched it a few times with wood and stuff, the tracks are,
It's a metal door.
no, it's wood, it's like a weird, isn't it wood? I thought the outside was wood, and if, you know, what it's sealed with, I don't know, but.
So that would be in addition to the $5,000. Okay.
It would be on that line. We don't know whether we want to do it, what the price is. We'll have to see. what-
Right.
Put a tarp up.
That'll keep them warm in winter. Working in there.
You got like one of those walking freezers, just got that clear, like.
All right, so we gotta get back to that.
All right,
Okay.
yeah, that's
Back
worth,
that
that's a
up.
good one, I'm glad you thought, is that door is in rough shape.
So the town cemetery is the next one, and they, you know, all of their things were really care of the town cemeteries. It was mowing, it was gravel, it was, what else, something else, and so I put the whole lump of the, fertilizer for the trees.
Yep.
And so I put it all on care of the town cemeteries, $5,050, and then Craig said he doesn't have, I put a TBD for granite markers.
Those are the vet memorial ones?
Yeah, he wasn't sure if they would be able to do it this year, but he'll be getting a number, he said.
Yeah.
But we started a trust for that. We have a fund for that.
Yeah,
Well, you already got money set aside for it,
Yeah.
some.
yeah,
2,500 or so. So if we want, we could put, when it's warrant article time, another 25 into that, and that might cover it.
yeah.
That might be the best way to do it, because if they don't get it done in time, the money's just hang there,
Yeah.
instead of us. All right, why don't we, you wanna scratch that line item, or,
No, because we'll probably, well,
because if we're gonna do a trust, which I'd rather just keep the trust rolling.
But if you're gonna spend it, you have to eat it here.
Oh, that's true, we do need the line item, so, okay, sorry, my bad.
We can put an asterisk that we're taking half from the trust.
Yep.
Or we're taking off from the trust and put another, reestablish the trust, right? Roll it over.
Got you, roll it. Excuse me. All right, insurance went down by $500 or $150.
yeah, isn't that amazing? So, and that's, I logged on and that was their quote. Then the regional association, which would be
Stanford Regional.
SRPC, keep it $1.
Yep.
Okay. Archival and supplies was from Craig. Has anyone heard any word from Wakefield? Want me to email? I can email like Tony.
Well, we got the library, right? That's
We
not
got the
Wakefield.
library.
That's not Wakefield, but that's,
I'll email them and see if they're,
See where they're
close
at.
they are. Forestry was for Brad. I have nothing from the code enforcement.
Excuse me.
You want to fill in any numbers?
For what CEO, I'm sorry?
Yeah,
leave the same as this year. I'd leave it the same.
okay.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, but the salary's not changing, all the others is more or less stagnant.
Yeah.
And emergency management was from Brad as well. Oh, but I do need, what are you gonna do about streets?
What?
About the highways and streets next page.
Well, we blew it on the winter budget. bad. At least the sun was there to pick us up.
I've already started on this.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of the Pike Brook site work done.
He had all the work done.
Well, yeah, you know, after that, he just would have to, he would
Brook, yeah.
just gravel edges and, so that, Pike Brook's done. Bryce Drive, it's gonna come down to, a lot of that's done. But there'll be work once we figure out, you know, the trees and the exact lay of the land there.
And
But that shouldn't, that's not the big piece of road,
I
so.
was gonna say, we put money into the trust fund last year, we put it in the year before.
Yep,
So the trust fund is building up, we can almost do 2 years' worth of work this year.
yep.
So, I mean, the money's in the bank. So do we wanna try to get 2 years' worth of work done, or we just wanna give money back to the taxpayers and reduce the funding?
What other roads are left here? Moose Mountain.
Yep.
We're talking about doing those hill parts. Do we wanna look at Clark? Or do,
Clark is starting to fall apart.
yep,
In places you see when you drive, the shoulders.
it's the shoulders that are falling apart. as well.
Especially the curve.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Garney, the Wakefield side is rough, because they only did a over skim thing there, but it's doable. I don't think that's worthy right now.
Well, let's do this. Next meeting, bring that spreadsheet,
Yeah.
and we'll see what's on it, what we want to do, and we'll update it if we don't need the money.
Yeah, and there might be projects we're gonna add on, because that's, that sheet, we're more or less getting near the end of our
Yeah.
projected projects.
To bring the sheet, bring it in,
I don't think I've got.
and we can do that. We can
Yeah.
also do the spreadsheet on what our plans are for capital improvements, if you will.
Okay.
We're trying to get, we never got any bids back, we'll still leave it a week.
Yeah.
We'll leave it a week.
Right. But the deadline has passed for the painting.
And no one responded. No one wants.
And I
to
didn't
do
pursue the paintings, I thought we were going new boards.
That's all right. No one, we're trying to get a year in advance, and no one's interested.
Oh, look,
You got it, cool. I know we got a copy. of
I
it.
usually try and stick it in here.
So, Whitefoot Road, Moose Mountain, Bryce, Stoneham East, Pike Brook, Stoneham West.
I think I gotta find these roads.
We did Stoneham East and West.
Stone, yeah, no, I'll just read them off the list. Moose Mountain is the last bigger one. Left.
And that's not the entire road, correct?
It's only 2,400 feet.
It's up by where we put the dirt in, where it was really bad.
Tumble down towards the hill.
Yeah, I thought it was the worst part.
Because the bottom part's pretty good.
It's not bad, right?
It's all right.
So, all right.
So the projected for Moose Mountain's around $78,000. That's gonna be a lot of site work too, because that, you know, between trenching and culverts and whatnot.
I think we have the money in the bank, because we missed a year. I'd say we try to pick up on 2 years, we might get better service from the paving company too. It's a bigger
Yeah,
job.
between our aprons and all that other jazz. And if we're gonna do Moose Mountain, with those berm hill things that we were doing, those would be,
Over there in Tumbledown. Is that what you're talking about?
oh, were they on Tumbledown or Moose Mountain?
Tumble down.
Tumbledown, that's right, I'm sorry, I got the wrong road.
But they're right in the area.
Tumble down's the one that they're gonna do the hills.
That's right, that's right.
Moose Mountain is from Tumble down west
To where they finished.
Right.
Yeah.
to the hill is done.
Yes.
So from Tumble down to the quarry.
Yeah, to the old, to the new pavement, new pavement's in there
The new
someplace,
pavement,
yeah.
yeah.
Then we get the hills,
On Tumble down,
and we got Pike,
yep,
and we don't know what's gonna happen with Bryce.
right.
But we know Bryce is cheap.
Yeah, but-
Well, I shouldn't say cheap, it's not a big project.
What else is on the list, Brian?
Well, that's what I was reading, we got Lyford, Moose Mountain, Bryce, Stoneham East, Pike Brook, and Stoneham West.
What's wrong with Lyford?
Well, it's done.
Oh, yeah, read the ones that aren't done.
Moose Mountain,
We did it once already. Did it fall apart already?
so we got Moose Mountain, we got Bryce, that's the section of Bryce, and Pike Brook.
Then it's time to go back and refresh that list.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, like this,
Sorry.
there could be new projects.
What about those, did we do those aprony things? like it
Clock's
took-
not on the list.
Yeah, clock's not on the list either.
We gotta do a section of that.
Yeah, we gotta start measuring out the roads that we wanna do. We can then start dumping some of these old roads from the list. This list goes back to 2014. 2014 through 2019, so.
I think we should try to, for the ones we didn't do last year or this year. I think we got 180,000 in about the trust, I bet. We put 80 in, we had 80 in there,
Mhm.
so it's 180. People say they want the roads fixed. Let's do it. We usually go slow because we don't have the money, but the money's in the bank.
Moose, Clark, Pike Brook, and Bryce.
You got some aprons we were gonna do, right? There was an apron on Tucker, and there's some hills on Tumbledown.
All right, so Pike Brook's, call it 54,000. Bryce, we're projecting 32,000. So you're already up to 85,000 there.
That's 1 year's.
Okay, and then Moose Mountain was 78,000. I think Clark, either one, Moose Mountain's gonna have to wait, we'd have to go to Clark, but I think Moose Mountain's been on the list for a while. I think if we're gonna do it, we should probably stick with Moose Mountain right now and put Clark for 2020.
Or do what it takes to save what we have there. Because you see on the shoulders where it's starting to break apart, I suspect it's been plowed away by now.
Some of it, but most of it's still intact.
So let's see what we can do to preserve that. That's not a repave it, just to preserve it.
Like cold patch of the tip stuff, or,
That section of Moose Mountain's getting a lot of truck activity lately.
Really.
it's gonna beat the hell out of it.
There are, it could be a candidate for repair. There are some holes up there, some shoulder areas, and there is one section that is dirt.
Yeah.
It's got heavy truck traffic and it's got light resident traffic.
Well, we get the best numbers we have on these, because we gotta put a warrant article in, so we'll chew it up.
Okay.
But the goal is to get 2 years worth, because I think we have the money. Why save it? It's-
Well, yeah, but Bryce has been kicked twice.
Could be kicked again if we're gonna wait for time.
Pike Brook, we were ready to do it, it just didn't happen. So we were ready for Bryce, ready for Pike Brook, and those two projects got kicked. So we could easily do those two plus another big one next year.
Yeah, and as soon as we know what we want, I think we should go out for bids and get it rolling.
All right, I'm gonna get Eddie in the loop here. And then maybe he and I have gotta meet, or he and I, all of us gotta meet, we gotta update this list.
Yes.
Do a drive around.
Now,
Did you say we did those apron things?
no, we didn't.
Okay.
That was all part of the paving
That's
package
what
we
I
were gonna do.
Okay. So let's leave,
Do you wanna look at the snow and ice and material? Yeah, we're pretty, we had a rough one last year, we all know that, but this year's,
and this year started early.
it's just,
This year, 19 hasn't started yet, right?
no.
We're still paying on 18.
You know, I think we get the most feedback on the condition of our roads. People, the roads taken care of. So if you listen to the public, we should increase the numbers. If it's too high, they gotta take it down at town meeting. The feedback is consistent. I need plowed roads, I need sanded roads.
There's been a lot of input on the plowing and the sanding last year.
So probably we're a little out of sync. We need to increase the snow and ice removal. the materials, obviously.
Yeah. So the winter maintenance, I think we should take out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If we don't spend it, we don't spend it.
75-25?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I leave summer alone, we can control, you know.
And we can talk to Eddie more about that, because we say, once we determine the road project we do want to do, he might say Pipe Brook's good, price is not gonna cost much, Moose Mountain might cost me $10,000 to do, so we can have to, and we need to hear from him what projects he thinks we need to do.
So that brings it up to 210.
He could get us an estimate on projected truck traffic up there too,
Oh yeah, don't they have counter things?
to see what that guy's schedule is for next year.
I'm sorry, Greg, what did you say?
Projected truck traffic on Moose Mountain coming from that quarry. That guy probably has a plan for next year, what he expects to take out of there. Then we'll know whether to pave that road or repair it. Wait for his activity to cool down before we pave it.
Well, the reason I'm looking at you, if we know that one industry is beating the road, I wonder if we can get some relief on that. I don't know.
Well,
Well, we talked about that before the logging, when some of the loggers have ruined our road.
Yes, Eddie's worked with them to try to get money back.
Yeah.
But this is not gonna be for 2 weeks, this is gonna
This is
be
the
going on.
whole season, yeah.
well, this would warrant a discussion with the quarry operator, the owner, the new owner. We want to fix that road. We should know how much traffic is going to be coming out of there.
I mean, we fix it we really fix it for automobiles.
Right.
If he's gonna be making heavy trucks on it, we can fix that, but we're gonna lose the south part of it. Because that wasn't built for heavy trucks.
Ask
Yeah.
Eddie.
Just do we need to beef up the road, or we do it?
And do we have to foot the bill ourselves, or is that?
Right.
If we just scrape that off and repave it current, it's going to get ruined.
That's right.
That'll get wrecked.
Exactly right.
But if we rebuild it for truck traffic, it will hold up. And that's where the relief comes in.
That's right. Exactly right.
We're going to get a discussion going on it.
Mhm.
So, do we wait to get Eddie in here next time?
Yeah. so-
He also might know what the laws are with that.
Right.
So we don't have to go to a lawyer on it, we can ask him what the laws.
Yeah.
Many trucks using it now?
Well, there's been a lot of activity. The loggers are coming back up now. The dump trucks seem to be slowing down a little bit. But the guy that owns it now, he's a well-oiled machine, and I'm sure he knows what he's taking out next year and where it's going. He's bringing a lot of it back down to Massachusetts for construction projects that they run down there. So we can talk to him, get an estimate of how many yards he's bringing down. We'll know how many trucks they're using and what type of pressure's going to be on the road.
Can we limit weight on that road?
You have to
Yeah.
talk to Ed, see.
You know, that's what I was wondering, like we do in the spring, obviously.
Oh, yes, the spring.
But could we make it a year-round weight limitation?
How's that bridge do? That would be the limitation, if we're gonna lose that bridge because of heavy trucks.
Which is fine.
It's still fine. Shut the operation
Might be
down.
getting a temporary bridge sooner than they want.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Bridge is fine.
Well, that was just one thought of, you know, instead of way of recouping money, you know, instead of bigger trucks, you just, you know, go down to small rackle trucks. But I don't know, is it even feasible, legal?
I don't know. All right, we have to make sure Ed's here. Will you contact him, Brian? Make sure he's here in 2 weeks.
I will.
Okay, so the next one is sanitation for Wakefield, and we don't have that number yet. And then we get to health agencies. So Northern Human Services didn't ask for any money this year. Central New Hampshire VNA and Hospice asked for 1,500, which they've gotten for a number of years, and Meals on Wheels asked for 1,000, which they've gotten. And I didn't have, I don't have anything for Medication Bridge.
Last year they didn't want anything.
They didn't want anything, but I had a call from where I used to work saying that Jack came over and wanted to talk to me, so maybe I better give him a call. I'll give him a call Jack. Welfare.
We don't know.
I know.
Leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
We don't spend it, it goes back.
Yep. Okay, then the other ones were Tri-County Cap asked for the 4,000 they typically get, and then Wakefield Food Pantry at 2,000.
What's Tri-County Cap?
Tri-County Cap does the heating and fuel assistance and stuff like that. They really serve a lot of people for the money that we give them.
They'll give us a letter saying for the $4,000, we
Here's-
get the letter, the $4,000 we chip in.
You get like $10,000 worth of
They generate,
product.
they generate $10,000 worth of extra product that they give to the residents of town.
Yeah,
Has anyone ordered them? I don't think so, but that's what they're claiming. We put 4 in, the town gets 14 back.
so they're saying for this year, they had fuel assistance for 11 households at $13,350 and electrical discounts for 39 households of $16,388.26
In Brookfield.
in Brookfield.
I don't know how they do it.
Nervous.
But they document it, they send us a letter, and we'll,
I just wanted to know what it was.
Yep,
Yeah.
I ask those questions too, yep.
Thank you.
It's a good organization. So, Parks and Rec in Wolfboro. I have nothing.
What's the price there?
Well, we got a bill. We
Yeah,
got
got a bill.
So we put the same number in again.
That's nice of you.
And then $1 in for Brookfield Town Parks in case we ever do anything with it.
What?
And then Gaffney Library in Wakefield asked for the 14,600, which they asked for last year, and you took it to the 14,000, which is what we've been paying them.
I say we just stick with 14 even.
14's good.
14 even. It's a lot of money.
Do we want to just leave $1 in Agricultural Commission? Place it, in case anybody
Sure,
gets.
sure.
Yes.
Okay, Heritage Commission. So dues of 150, expenses of 500, miscellaneous of 200. Sitting down. I'm asking for $5,000 for the 225-year activities. A piece of that,
Listening?
a piece of that will be, we're trying to go back to Hampshire pewter and have another medallion made, like a Christmas ornament medallion thing that they did at the bicentennial, and they'll probably have to make a new one. So I'm in contact with them, but I don't have a price yet from them on what that would be. We want to possibly do other things as well, and then we have activities going on throughout the year. We're planning on 2 or 3 large ones. So it's not money I can pull out of the Heritage Commission because it doesn't fund, because it doesn't fall, what we're doing doesn't fall under the actual,
So we're gonna sell the ornaments?
yes. we'll get money back,
Okay.
yes.
I really think you have to help us with the other activities and why $5,000.
Okay, I can do
You
that.
know,
Why don't we
Okay.
just celebrate the 300th?
or 250 is good for us.
Yeah, I don't want to be a sour plus, but 225, 250, how about 210, 220?
Okay, we're not gonna be here probably. for
That's why you want the 225.
Or 300.
What do you say? Give it to the next generation.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it'd be, you know,
They usually,
One of our
I see them
goals
celebrate centennials, but not,
they did celebrate the centennial, but I guess a piece of me thought, we need to get people more, I would like to get people more involved in the town. And if we can have some nice activities for them, I think it would be a good thing. I'll get you prices.
I think,
give us a preview,
Sure.
what's cooking.
So part of the stuff that we're considering is, one of the things that, one of the bigger events, obviously a lot of them aren't as big. One of the bigger events is that the bell tower was dedicated June something, 1909. 1909. And we would like to try to recreate that whole celebration of dedication of the bell tower. Which would include calling the high school and seeing if they will send over an orchestra and to give them a little money for coming. It would be, refreshments we'll handle, but it would also be having a speaker at some point. The other one would be like an ice cream social on a Sunday afternoon. That's one of the others we planned. We planned,
but that wouldn't be free, right?
Or-
You have admission for this ice cream social.
really? Do we we don't charge to come to any other events.
Invite someone to a party, we can pay. Last move.
Wait,
It's a
let me
bar.
come up, I have a whole actual
Yeah,
calendar
because you're
of
Liz,
events.
I can't get the $5,000 at the rate you're going, right?
Oh, I can't.
Put it on a list.
I will.
Because The bell tower.
I will come
what's
up.
it be, $300, maybe,
I don't know. 300,
300?
Yeah.
300th anniversary.
I guess we want
Okay.
to see the.
That's fine. I'll try and get from Mrs. Hampshire Pewter what that would cost and,
How much it's gonna cost the town? This shouldn't cost the town a lot of money, because we're all here to celebrate.
oh. Okay.
Should be a warrant article.
See if the town wants to celebrate? If you say celebrate,
Oh, that'd be special on town meeting day.
call it a party, they'll say yes. If you say it's a celebration, they'll say no.
Free beer.
All right, I shall come up with a list and prices for you.
Yeah, I think that's a lot.
It's fine. I have no problem doing it.
You know, she's smart, she's anchoring it high on us, so she's gonna come in. and
Yeah.
Next you know, we'll be like
I had it
25
lower.
And then we're gonna go into a fundraiser and plus the stuff.
Okay, move on.
Okay, Conservation Commission. Kept, their budget came down because of the forest
Forest.
management plan was done this year.
And we're gonna get all the
I
money or
have
some of the money?
no clue.
We're supposed to get 1,500 out of 2,500. I think that was the way it came down.
Yeah, and,
That's right.
all right, so I'll say this, you were the one who was kind of
15 out of
putting a point
25.
on that. Okay, super.
Okay, so debt service interest on debt, do you want to leave $1 in there? Or not? And then the purchase of the town land.
That's payment, what, 4 or 5?
4.
4, I believe.
Maybe we have 6.
7.
Because how much did we put down?
210. It was 210?
No, we just did a single payment, we didn't have a upfront payment. I thought
No.
we did a down payment, but no, we didn't, we just gave them every year.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a few more years to go, and then we'll be free and clear of that, which will be nice.
Yep. So Heritage Fund and Conservation Fund, $500 each. Then what do you want to do for capital outlay? Do you want to discuss these later?
Yeah.
So think about the,
Because the town roads could be a big number, but offset by trust funds.
yep,
That, I don't know what that package is we just got, that could be
Yeah, that could be the other 16.7.
the 16,7, yeah, that could be the 16,750.
It's already paid for.
No,
We already paid for the bridge plan?
Half.
half.
we paid half last year.
Yeah. And that's why we were saying if they don't get it to us, then hey, we keep our money.
So,
Now, purchase office town office equipment. Computer-wise, are we doing okay?
so I asked about that. I'm not sure, I heard that Andy's might be having some problems.
Right.
But I don't know that, yeah, so I think the
Selectmen's
others,
don't work, right?
Pardon?
The selectmen's computer.
Yeah, it's weird, like we can't get on the
you
select.
can't get on the thing. Lance was down here Saturday working on it, but I don't think he fixed it yet. So it's a continuing.
I just don't know if it's a hardware problem, software, network, I'm not sure, that's why. I was wondering if we need any new computers or,
I'll ask.
but. I'm trying to last time we
I
replaced them all.
think it was 2014.
I would say it was probably at least 3, if not 4 years ago, that we replaced I think almost all the computers.
We did.
I think one we kept.
I will ask. Okay. Do you want to work on income at all, or just say, that's been a good night? Income's the first page. So, do you know of any stuff coming out of current use? Or any kind of a number for land use change?
Not this year that I know of.
Yeah, it's weird, they just come up out of nowhere, so suddenly you pull them, for whatever reason, so it's not, you can, once in a while you can eyeball something, but it's,
I think I know we've had lower numbers in there, so I wonder if we don't have to take it down again.
Well, we only have 6850 this year, right?
Yep,
Year's over. There's no more
Yep.
tax, so that's the number for this year, so we should bring it down.
last year we had 10,000 in there but we got a lot.
yeah, the year before was a lot, got yanked out.
Yep,
I'd like to maybe put that at 10,000. Would you guys
That's
agree
fine.
with that? Or-
and then the yield taxes have been running.
Pretty hot.
Yeah, we got over 7,000 last year and 7,000 this year. Do like
I was
5,000
thinking 5.
That's logging,
logging.
and 3 cents a yard for all the fill that's hauled out of
I
there.
know we don't really get a lot of
We
film,
might be.
but if Rick's saying that this guy's gonna try to turn this thing around, maybe we'll start getting more in the way of,
3 cents a yard?
Times $1 million.
I think we have the Ospey bid here.
I said 5,000, I think is a good number.
5,000?
They get a lot of money from that bid.
Yeah, we do.
What regulates the 3 cents?
It's the state, right? Just like how they do the logging too.
All right, so yield tax interest, we typically don't get anything, so we typically put a 0 in there. And then property tax interest, we usually get about the 7,000 for the last 2 years. So
We
we
still
got
got a
it.
decent amount back due, so I'd say we just leave it at the 7 then.
Yep, and then lien interest is where we earn more. So that, yeah, we usually get, but it's going down, so maybe if we keep it at 13,
I was gonna say 12.5.
Is that what the state changed? Did the state change that percentage? Oh, didn't they go down to 12% from 18?
Yeah, that's right.
That was the change they put through.
And it starts in April of next year, yeah.
So that number's coming down.
There is.
That was coming down regardless.
So 10,000,
Yeah. That's right, Rich, thanks for catching that.
yep. Other interest and penalty, we usually leave it zero. Then motor vehicles, she's actually at 160, and she'll be higher than that by the end of December.
Yeah, figured-
150?
Yep.
And building permits, maybe go to 5,000.
Because there's been a lot of talk, a lot of visits, and there's projects, I guess, to be had, from add-ons to new houses.
Yeah.
So-
We just don't know.
So it's just, it's,
There's probably a couple more coming on Moose Mountain.
oh, so you wanna go 5?
Yeah. So dog licenses,
Average building permit's about 1,500 all
Yeah.
for a house.
For a full-blown new house, yeah.
so dog licenses, why don't we leave it at 500 unless we know
The canine
coming
influx.
in. Landfill permits, this is not the year for them, so in the past, what we've done is 500.
I was saying, you'd still do them, but not as much, so.
And other is like
Marriage license.
marriage licenses, birth certificates, death
Let's
certificates.
do 500 again.
And the boats. So we probably could add a little more in there for the boats.
Oh, last,
You talk it up, people can register their boat here now, their boat here.
Yep. So,
charge people to register the vote too, makes it real.
We do, we do. There's a fee in there.
Is there?
There is,
Yeah.
yes. Either go here, Wakefield, or the state, go here.
so I'm gonna put that at 900, because I think we'll continue to get it.
Yeah, if we're getting it then.
Planning and ZBA is 0. Shared revenue block grant is 0. I don't know room and meals, we usually put it lower, like at 25,000. And then this is one of the ones that the state then, when we do the 434
They
sheet,
tell us the number.
They tell us the number.
Yeah, so let's put 25 in as a starter.
And then the highway block grant is going down. I know the first 2 quarters, but I don't know the last 2, and they'll be lower.
Let's do
So I-
25 again.
Yeah. Other state reimbursement, we get crazy funky little checks from them. But probably better go down to about 500.
500.
Sale of municipal property is,
Ornaments.
ordinance, absolutely.
Bricks.
Right.
Books.
No, the bricks are gone.
No, but the books are included in that, right? Or
The
is
books
it-
are included, tax cards, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So 300.
Take a look.
Wait a minute.
Interest on investments.
Pretty good, huh?
I'm not complaining, I'll take that extra donation.
So, and I'll probably get another, I should get another 500.
Want to just put it at 4, or just do 3,500?
Let's do 35.
Because interest rates are going up across the board.
They are going up across the board, but I'm gonna have to pull some money out.
All right, so then why don't we just do
3,500.
35, okay.
And then we probably won't have any grant in. Oh. Do we know what's happening with that?
Emergency,
Yeah, grant.
well, he got that number from you, and he was supposedly gonna work it up.
Well, we put the 5,000 in for next year to spend next year.
Okay,
So when's the grant coming? When are you gonna deposit it next year?
I deposit it next year if we do it next year.
So it'll be income next year?
Yep.
Whatever it is.
Yep. I took it down in September when I adjusted it, so.
So do we want to account for it now? Not knowing.
Well, my point is, we only have 3 weeks left to get the money. Chances are, if we get the grant, it'll be next year.
It's gonna be next year, that's
So
what I'm
we
saying.
should put it in the budget.
So that's what I'm saying, do we want to gamble that we're gonna get it next year, which I think we are,
Yeah,
so.
Sure, why not?
but it's the 5,000.
It's the 5,000.
Right.
And we
That's
got
okay.
the expenditure in,
Yeah, it's
So-
expensive, this, I mean, yeah,
balance it out.
zero, okay.
Okay, so that's it. I will,
So, we need Eddie.
yep,
Eddie's one of the bigger keys right now, though.
oh, salaries.
We need a meeting on salaries.
Yep.
What else, what other action items? And then we have to start to take a look at,
Roads.
in our matrix of capital improvements.
I was gonna say, the other thing is,
What are we working on?
Yeah.
what's our plans?
And then we have to do the warrants, start the warrants.
Yep. I can get warrants going January.
Yeah, but I think,
But we're gonna need to talk about what kind of warrants we're gonna
Yep.
do. And what department hasn't gotten their money, is it? There's one
Tax
department,
collector, planning board.
oh, that's right, planning board and tax collector, the two that's still gonna get to us here.
Pretty much, yeah, there's Wakefield and Wakefield.
That Moose
Those
Mountain
are the big
Capital
ones.
Reserve Fund too, right? That's the bridge, right?
Yeah.
And how much do we have in there now? Bueller? Is that bridge numbers, I think it's be higher than what what we banked on originally.
52,000, what am I
It's
at?
gonna be lower.
No, it could be very much lower. So that's what I'm wondering, is if we're gonna not do the full
Over here.
deck,
you got it? But it's on your sheet, wasn't it? It was on the sheet we just signed, over the worksheet.
Yeah.
oh, that's right.
Oh,
So Moose Mountain Capital Reserve Fund is current year-end balance 2017 was 78 grand. And we're dumping what into it?
16,750.
And that was coming out.
That's the money coming out,
Oh, yeah.
But
We're dumping.
20 grand.
Tom,
Yeah.
And then we got the other Moose Mountain Bridge Fund that has 51.7 in there, right? Because now we have two funds. One we renamed because it was some truck thing, right? You remember that? No?
I remember that. But we rolled one over, didn't we?
No, we didn't roll it. Laura said it'd be easy just to rename it, repurpose it. So that's why we have two Moose Mountain Bridge Capital Reserve Funds. One is 78, one is 51.
78 was the bridge.
That's the full bridge. But then the other one's the Moose Mountain Bridge Fund
Right.
for 51.7. And now, whichever one, I think we renamed the 1991 created fund, obviously, because it's 1991. So we renamed that one, so that's the one that's got the 78,000. And I didn't think we were putting money into that, but we were putting money into the Moose Mountain Bridge one that was created in 2015.
And excuse me for interrupting. If memory serves me, those numbers were incorrect because of the transfer error to the trustees of the trust fund?
What was that for the road and bridge?
No. I'm
That
pretty
was
sure.
for the bridge itself?
I think so.
I'm trying to remember. I remember the issue,
So-
but I don't remember which funds it
I don't
impacted.
either. I didn't bring that with me.
So we got the two funds right now. Just,
So we have to square those away for the next meeting also.
yeah, we need to make sure we get proper numbers, and see where we stand, and then see what money's getting pulled and what we want to dump in. And like Rick said, it might be more than enough money if we just decide to do more of a repair. which I'll. Hey, Dan.
One more concern
Mhm.
about the Moose Mountain Bridge. And again, I'm not clear on this. I didn't bring all my information and haven't been thinking about it. But that additional pot of money that we got from the state, did that not go into, wasn't it 28,000 that we got?
Yes.
Wasn't there a time limit on having to spend that?
Use it on, it was bridge projects? Was it bridge or just road projects? I'm trying to remember how that fund.
I think, my biggest concern is the time. It seems to me that there was a time limit.
Yeah.
So I just want you guys to think about that. I don't know it.
I remember there was a time limit that you couldn't just sock the money away and say thank you for it.
So we go back and.
Yeah, and where did we put that? Did we dump it into the capital reserve fund for one of the bridges?
Yep, I think it went right into the Moose Mountain.
You think it went?
Quite
I
certain of
think
that.
the accountant had us put it someplace special.
Yeah, he did.
The accountant had us put it someplace special.
Yeah.
You're right.
I'll have to go back and look at the letter.
Yep. Or did you capture those items, those action items for next meeting? Nason, salaries?
Meeting on salary, Eddie, and Warren.
Could you make sure that we put those action items so we're ready for the next meeting?
Are we gonna need to meet again before the 18th?
I'm sorry?
Are we gonna need to meet again before the 18th or not?
I don't think so. Wow, what's pressing for the 18th?
No, that's just the next meeting.
Yeah.
We rearranged them, so I just want
No,
to
I know,
make sure.
we, I think we're good.
And Christmas, we wanted in at Christmas, so we pushed them up.
Yeah, we moved them all around, so that's why we had the back-to-back meeting, but with the budget in mind. Let's just stick with the 18th as the next meeting.
We have to check when we have to have our
Straight into
hearing.
the budget.
We'll have to check when we have to have our hearings
Oh, here, I printed it.
and back up from that. I think the hearings are in February?
February.
Yeah, it is
Yeah, I think
February.
there's plenty of time for that.
Yeah. So we should get those dates too, so we're working together.
I have a flyer.
I printed it out and highlighted it.
Okay.
February 15th is the last day, according
For
to.
the hearing?
Yeah, I remember it was early February, we gotta get it done.
Okay. Got 6 weeks, 8 weeks. Okay.
Oh, why, here it is.
What do we got? Oh, okay.
Date.
Where the hell did we put that money from the stage? I don't know where he told us to put it.
I have it at home.
Do you remember when it was received?
Yeah, we have it.
Yes. When it was received? 20.
Last year.
Yeah.
Last spring.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was before.
Spring.
Worst case, we give it back.
What?
What?
Worst case, we give it back? We'll find something. We'll put guardrails up on the bridge or some shit. I'm not gonna give it money back. I thought it was towards the end of the year. I didn't think it was in the spring. Anyway, all right, well, you'll find Marilou.
I will.
It was not in 2018, it was in 2017.
Yeah, last year.
Yes, last year.
Last March, right? I think it was last.
Yeah, it was in March. I thought we got it in the fall of 2017.
It was March.
Okay, you remember. I'm proud of you. You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
Some trivia. Why?
All right, so I'm looking at the 2017 books. That's like- All right, so we're good with the budget, we're done? Done ahead of schedule. All right. Any other comments, anything else we need to talk about? So no. Okay, meeting adjourned.